Family Dynamics Podcast with Kevin and Alicia Meeks.
I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash about this topic, but I don't know. I just been seeing a lot about this topic, and I've been seeing a lot of like posts about this topic, like, and it's not like now. It's like it's been a while. Well, where people are talking about should a man pay? A man should pay all of the bills in the house, and the woman should have like these frivolous bills. And when I say frivolous, like the light, the gas, the water, what other bills, cable and phone. Like I've been seeing a lot of posts with a lot of men is saying like, oh, this is man law, this is man code, and I question like some of these men to make like who made that the code, who told y'all that the law. Not to be honest with you, as a man, of course, a man aspired to provide for his entire household is in its entirety, right? And there's a lot of men that are doing that today. But to make that a law or a code or a creed, like, oh, all men should be doing this, or or that's a law or a code, that's crazy. That's crazy in itself. Look, I think I was talking to my wife. I was talking to one of my family members too. I think it was my brother. And we was like, to me, I feel like this is what I will say. Women are very calculated. And when I say calculated, they require like security. They require protection. And to be honest, as an individual, the only way that you can truly ensure your protection, the only way you can ensure 100% of your security is that you contributing. Now, I'm not saying that your contribution or a woman's contribution is only monetary, but I don't know. When I got married or how I saw marriage as a union. That's what I stood at. The two become one. So whatever our life entails, meaning whatever our life need, whatever our desires are, whatever our aspirations are, that means that we as a couple, not me as an individual, we are pulling this wagon together. Because if two or more are gathered, like we can definitely do more with just two. And this is something that I think I explained to my wife one time before. Like a lot of men aspire to this. I want to be able to take care of my entire house financially, and then beat your chest to say, yeah, I take care of my house financially, everything. But then I see a lot of men that they do that and they working themselves into a grave. The woman is at home, you know, posting content or chilling or taking care of the kids, and it's just she just as alone as if she was single, because all you do is provide financial. In my household, I aspire to be a well-rounded husband. I'm talking about a well-rounded husband to where I provide financially, I provide the emotional stability, I provide the physical security, the emotional support, and I want to be there for my children, whether it's they cheer competitions, basketball games, football games, parent-teacher conferences. Because as a man growing up, I didn't have that. I didn't have a man there rooting me on because a man had to provide. And then I see a lot of men, statistically, we checking out of here. We checking out of here faster than women. And that's because we have to live this quote unquote lifestyle where we go out there and we grind and we work. Let me tell you something, man. I've never been on a farm, but I've seen on farms, in machines, I drive trucks. This machine has to shut down at some time. There's no way you can run this machine 24/7. You will see a horse at the trough drinking. So if women aspire, and this, oh man, I got so much to share with y'all, man. If women aspire to have a man to take care of everything, times have changed. Times have changed. Women, especially the African American woman, has had to fight so hard for equality, getting equal pay, still fighting for equal pay, to being able to vote, to being able to have a voice in this region. And now we get to the 2020, 2022s, 2020s, whatever, and now we saying, oh, we need our husbands to do everything while we do what? My wife is a tool. And I'm saying that, and I'm not saying that in a negative way. She is a tool. When I saw my wife, I saw value in her. I didn't see a complacent woman that needed to be sat down, put makeup on, and chill. I saw somebody that I can grow with, that I can use to further my mission as a man and as a husband, and whatever desires that she has, we can push this wagon on together. Not one. Because here's the problem that I see in a lot of marriages. Here's a problem that I see in a lot of relationships. It's one person doing one thing. So when he go down, look, let me tell y'all something. Last year I had heart surgery. Man, I'm 36 years old. I had heart surgery. That would have damaged my entire being or my entire life or my entire household, me being down for so long because I had to have a heart surgery. And this is a physical body, right? Like this stuff, it wears down. This stuff is not forever. So being that this stuff wear down, what happens if all I used my wife for, I didn't use the tool? I wonder what God would say, like, man, I gave you a helpmate to help you on this journey of life, to be an asset, to be a value add to your life, and all you did was put her in a position to wait on you. That's what I look at it as. You put you women in positions now to just wait. The only thing you can do, and then when something happens, whether the husband pass away, God forbid, or there's a gap in the marriage, whether it be infidelity or just a disillusion of the marriage, now the wife still needs that husband to provide. Man, look, oh man, I'm going off topic on this one, guys, but let me tell you something. It makes me so mad to see women who have been in marriages with prominent men in their life. Now, I'm not saying that you're not owed anything, because I think Mary J. Blige's husband, he was getting alimony from Mary J. Blige, which I think is the silliest thing in the world. But even for women, when you are married to men that is in prominent positions who have built multi-million, billion, hundred, just a lot of businesses on a scale, you have had the privilege to be in the bedroom with this man and you learn nothing. And the only thing you can extract after this is over is a portion of his money on a recurring basis, rather than you are the prime person to be able to build something, if not lateral or horizontally, is him, or put somebody in because of the information that you like. How are you in a marriage with somebody for 10, 20, 30 years and you cannot duplicate the same efforts or duplicate the same things that you learn being married to a man? It's no way I'm gonna be around my wife. And I don't know, she see me sometime now. My wife is an event planner by nature. You can't get her to stop doing it. But it's no way. I don't see stuff in the Hobby Lobby. I don't see stuff in the Whole Foods, or I don't see stuff in the Target. I don't see stuff in there and be like, man, that'll go good with this. That's not my picture. That's not my frame. But being around her so much, seeing so much decor, seeing how things are putting together, it's no way I can't get that. It's no way. Now I went left with that, but it just bothers me because women are so smart. And I wonder, why is there so many court hearings? Oh, alimony, I need this, I need half, I need 30%. Ma'am, you've been with this man for all of these years. You didn't pick up nothing. I don't need nothing from my wife. If, God forbid, something happens today, that's an area of stream that I can go build. My wife done taught me that. I've been pillow talk. I done seen it. I done worked in the business with her. It's no way I can't duplicate this. Not to shun her, but I have the information now. Why do we have to have court hearings on alimony when you've been? It's no way you can be at a company and you leave there and you don't have the skills You put on your resume when you go to another job. I've done this, I've done that, I'm done that, and you can get either higher pay or equal pay. Now, I'm not saying that for your efforts, for the things that you did in the marriage, that there is no compensation. I just doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? If you manage a high profile figure like Mary J. Blige, why do you need $30,000 a month? Ain't it another woman or another young man that may need the expertise? You helped grow Mary J. Blige. Why do you, as a man, need $30,000 a month? It's no way. Back to my point. Whatever works for you in your marriage when it comes to the finances, I just got married on a different principle, on the biblical principle. And I know we've watered down marriage to be something that it's totally not. My wife, your wife, I'm just biblical, is a helpmate. She's there to help me. Why? If I married my wife at 35, she retired at 35 to do nothing? To like, what fruit would she bear besides these children? Man, look, let me tell you something, man. And this is what my problem with women. I got a lot of meat and potatoes I can say with this, guys. This is my problem with this, man, because it makes no sense, man. Why would I retire my wife at 35 to have her sit down? Look, the man in this lifetime is the only way. The husband is the only. Now, roll with me on this, fellas. Roll me on this, ladies. The husband is the only one who has to make a guarantee to the woman. I'm going to say that one more time. The husband is the only one that has to make a guarantee to the wife, to the female. The husband is the only one. Now, I know you say, well, my daddy. No. When you marry that husband, your daddy is out. When you had them children, the children is out. The husband is the only one that's forever. The daddy, roll with me on this. If you get married at 30, 35, let's say you get married at 25, the daddy is officially out of his responsibilities. It's the husband. And the husband has 30 to 40 plus more years or however long with you forever. He has to make a guarantee to provide for you forever, but there is no guarantee for the husband. I'll wait. Ain't no guarantee for the husband. Now, I know you're going to say the kids leave 20 plus years of having these children. The kids are gone. You don't have no other responsibilities to them because they are grown. They're going to get their own thing. But the husband has to be consistent to the end of time. To death do we part. I have to be consistent with you. But the husband, on a lot of occasions, get no guarantees. One is biblical, like honor, respect, trust, love, all of the stuff that come and go. But I have to, as a husband, we have to, as a husband, have to always have a guarantee to provide and protect to the end of time. And I'm not saying this as like I'm upset about it. I'm upset with society to like, oh man, this man code, you should be taking care of it. If I'm never going to reduce myself as a man or as a husband to finance. I'm much more valuable than that. I'm much more valuable than that. Brother, you much more valuable than finance. Money is easy. When I'm saying money is easy, if you have something that somebody else won't and you got it for cheap, you can make some money. Like it's the easiest thing. The hardest thing is to be consistent with somebody for 20, 30 years. Now, I've only been married for 8 Sunday. Be consistent with somebody. Be emotionally connected with somebody for 8 years consistently with no hiccups, no gaps, no infidelity, no nothing. Now do some of that.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Family Dynamics Podcast with Kevin and Alicia Meeks.
Thank you, guys.
Please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to follow us on social media at The Family Dynamics.
We'll see y'all in a minute.
Bye.